Hey guys, it's Sarah and I'm about ready to get started on this layout here. Now this is a layout I'm going to do as part of the Zap Your Scraps class that is run by Jen Scow. I'll leave a link down below to the class if you guys want to check it out, but the whole concept of it is how to creatively use up a lot of your little scrap pieces of paper, and it's been really helpful. I'm actually going to probably go through this week and watch it again because I have a ton of page kits that I made that I want to get done with a lot of my scraps. So I'm really excited about it. Okay, so for this one, I wanted to kind of talk you through what I'm going to do first because this one's going to be a little bit different than my other ones. So as I was cleaning off my desk one day, I have this little tin that sits on my desk. This is an old Freckled Fawn. This is what their kits used to come in when they first started. I think for the first year or so, they had these little cute little tins. And I keep one on my desk right now, which is just kind of full of, little odds and ends, as you can tell, just kind of like random things that I wanted to keep and things that I could use up really quickly. And so I keep that on my desk. And I had a ton of these little scraps right here. And I think it was just, like this little tiny piece of vellum. Like I'm not going to go throw that into my scraps file because that's going to get lost pretty easy. But if I have it right in that little tin, I can dig through and, use it easily. So all of these scraps here were in my tin, like every single one of these. And I had them all in a pile because I thought about maybe trying to go ahead and just, file them away in my scraps bin, which is organized by color. But then I thought, you know what? I had them all sitting in a pile on my desk and I was like, you know what? I could use all of these on the same page and they would all go together because it's like, blues and craft and pink. And then this one has some cherries on it. And these could actually all go together. So I decided to challenge myself to use up all of these scraps on one layout. And so that's what I'm going to try to do today. There's something under here. There we go. Isn't that a cute one? I love that one. So that's my plan here. I went ahead and pulled some background paper. This is by Studio Calico, and it's a aqua, and it says hello all over it. And then I'm going to use a navy piece of cardstock as well. And then from there, the only other things I pulled were some thickers here. And I don't remember what title I thought about on this one, so I'm gonna have to give it some thought here. So yeah, I'm gonna have to see what title I'm going to get out of these, but I wanted to use these with them because it ties in with the craft that I have going on here and it's a good neutral. And then I have these little enamel things that I'm probably going to use up these hearts here. And then this is the picture I'm going to be scrapping, which is a 5x7 picture of Layla. And this was taken during her preschool, and they had kind of like a little portrait day, which was super cute. And then we got this one sent home and it's so adorable. Her little smile is so cute. So I am going to go ahead and get working on it, but I just kind of wanted to talk you through, the concept for myself as far as what I'm challenging myself to do is to use up all of these scraps here onto one layout. So I'm excited to see what I can create out of this. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to back my picture with this navy cardstock. So I'm going to put the picture directly in the middle and then use my craft knife to cut around it, and then I will trim it up to make it straight, and that will become my photo mat. And this is something I do quite a bit. I actually saw Nicole Jones do it first, and I kind of thought that is genius. Not only does it give you like an echo of that background cardstock there, but it just really helps you not have to cut into another piece of cardstock, basically. So I think it's genius. And then I'm going to cut down the Studio Calico paper by about 1/4 inch so that the navy's peeking out there. And I have something on the corner of my cardstock and I couldn't get it off. I didn't know what it was, but I decided not to worry about it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put my background paper down, and I'm doing adhesive along the outsides and then right on the inside of that area where I cut. And then I'm going to go ahead and start playing with all these scraps and see exactly how I want everything. I really love that anchor piece, and I think the anchor piece and then that large craft chevron, those were from a mini album I think that I got from Elise Blaha Cripe. She used to sell little mini books that were just like it was literally paper and rings, and then you just did whatever you want with the album. And I think I got one and I made a summer mini album out of it, and then I just took out the extra papers that I didn't need, and those were both in there. So they've been sitting on my desk for quite a while now. Okay, so now I'm taking all these little teeny tiny bits here and just kind of sticking them somewhere. And then on top of the picture, I have that little piece of vellum and then another little blue piece of paper there that says "Life is Beautiful" over and over again. So I'm going to layer those up and just put them directly on the photo there. And then I cut down that little floral to make it look like a longer strip that goes up and down the paper. All right, so now I'm kind of adjusting things. I'm pulling it out a little bit so it takes up a little bit more real estate on the paper there. I'm just kind of spreading it out as much as I can. And then I'm going to go ahead and mark on that piece right there where the picture is going to go, so I can make sure that I put it down correctly. Because I'm going to start sticking these down. This gets tricky though, because you don't want to really move anything so that things don't get put in the wrong spots. But of course, if you pick something up, it's not going to go exactly where it was before, and I have that problem big time. And then you try to do that, and then the whole thing moves, and it's so fun. So yeah, it didn't end up exactly like I had it initially, but it's okay. It's still beautiful, and I still love it. All right, so I'm just kind of seeing where everything is and making sure I get some more adhesive down. Go ahead and stick this paper down there, which is super cute. And I'm going to go ahead and stick this whole big thing down. I'm erasing some little pencil marks. Go ahead and stick my picture down there, and then I will start on the little things here. So I'm going to put down this little vellum strip directly onto the picture, and then this little strip here that says "Life is Beautiful." And then all these little teeny tiny ones up at the top and bottom. So literally just tiny rectangles of paper. All right, and then I have this other blue cardstock. It's not exactly the same as the background, so I'm just going to use a little bit, and I'm going to fishtail one end of this here and just make it look like a banner's peeking out, and then the rest of it I'm not going to worry about. So that there. And then my title. I was thinking about it as I was doing all these things, and then I realized I could make the word beauty here. I did not have an E, so I just took an F and put a little, I think it's supposed to be part of an exclamation point along the bottom there to make an E, and it looks perfect. So that is going to be my title, is beauty. And now to figure out where to put it. Do I put it up on top? Do I put it above the picture? Do I put it below the picture? It's obviously going to go across a bunch of the paper, so I just want to kind of see where it's going to look the best. And those cork thickers there are called Dazzle. And they are very old, as you can see. I don't have that many letters left, so I'm using them when I can. All right, so I decided that I like where it is right there. So I'm going to go ahead and start sticking it down. And it's going to start right above this little cute piece of notebook paper that I had ripped on one side. And then I'm going through some die cuts now. So these are from crepe paper, I believe Maggie Holmes in one of her lines. But I took out 2 feathers and a little tag that says "Stay Curious" that has some little faux staples on them. And then this one is Heidi Swapp. I'm not sure if I use any of these or not, but I'm going through it anyway. I'm just trying to see, if anything jumps out at me. A lot of times I forget what's in these little die cut packs until I start really going through them. And yeah, nothing in there really jumped out at me. So I'm going to take a couple more here, and I think I find something in this Hip Kit one. I think I find some flowers. Yeah, I find some blue flowers from this little Hip Kit pack. and this butterfly as well, which is pretty large, but you know, I do have some room to put that somewhere. And then that little phrase that says you, ... So it's gonna be you, ... beauty. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start sticking some of these die cuts down here. And before I put this tag down, I'm gonna grab some twine, just little yellow and white twine, and I'm going to stick that in there. And then just kind of start getting everything down. Now these feathers I'm going to stick right alongside here, and the pink one I struggle with a little bit because I don't want it hanging off the page, and I don't know, I kind of had to really adjust it. It wouldn't just do what I wanted it to do. It's so annoying. All right, so I like that butterfly there. I was contemplating it, but I wasn't sure, but I really do like that butterfly there, and it takes up, you know, that little space there nicely. I'm going to go ahead and stick the flowers down. And I'm going to go ahead and do some journaling, and I'm going to do it right here on this little pink piece of paper, which does have lines on it, so that's nice and convenient. Just talking about how beautiful Layla is. Just every once in a while, you know, I'll look at her and just think, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful, because she really is. She's a beautiful little girl. And then I'm going to go ahead and use up these heart enamels here. And there's 6 of them, so I'm just going to go ahead and use them up. And then, what else am I going to do? I'm still looking around in these die cuts. And then I find that little chipboard piece that says, "You are my sunshine," and I really like that. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to stick it right underneath the butterfly. I thought about layering it on top of the butterfly, but it was a little bit too thick for that. So I'm going to stick it right underneath here. And I think, yeah, I'm going to use some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in, what color is that? Teal or something like that. It's a blue color. I don't remember the exact name of the color. It's one I've had for quite a long time. I think it's mint green actually, but it dries to be kind of like an aqua teal color. And I just use a little bit here and there, and that's going to be it. And that was Layla pointing to herself. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if you have any questions, and if you guys have random scraps sitting on your desk, I would highly encourage you to see if they could all work on a layout for you and just get them all used up, because I used up a whole bunch of teeny tiny scraps that have been sitting on my desk for quite a long time. All right, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.